Oh, Dave, this is...
That is warm. Hello. I'm going to put my hand down, the window was up, isn't it?
I'll start off with Puppygate. One of our players has purchased 2 new puppies recently and arrived apparently at the game with the news that one of them was rather sick and had to go to the vets after eating some petals or something.
Yeah, that's not very nice,
it's not good. We're waiting to hear the news. If you're seeing this on the vidcast, it's because it survived, and you obviously won't if it doesn't. So both will be cut, both the puppy and the comments.
Very good.
It's very difficult, isn't it, to find something to chat about today.
Not much to say at all.
Teas.
Very good. I was impressed with the tea. 2 cups of tea as well, which is always nice on a day like this.
And I always have mine black, and you have yours white.
Well, who was the skipper? Who said to me, if they get 185, it will be too much. How many did they get, Martin? If you can
they got 185, I think.
Based on that, it's too much.
It is too much, isn't it?
And to be fair, based on the opening couple of overs, it certainly looks too much.
They're both still batting left-handed. I just thought I'd
that's odd,
update
isn't
you
it?
with that.
Perhaps they're just trying to help out. Interesting. There was an interesting, varied selection of bowling today, wasn't there? There was a lot of stuff that wasn't good, and then suddenly wickets were getting taken. Buffet was on offer, wasn't it?
There was.
Help yourself hour. But me, highlight of the day so far. A colleague of mine who I've nominated for Player of the Year for giving up his position when we were oversubscribed at a T20 game at Woolpit.
Yes.
Took a catch. Did you see that? Just like a cat. Leapt like a cat.
Cat trying to get out of the way.
Yep, boof, hit it, down, caught it, pounced it. Excellent. Better. Have you ever seen a cat trying to get out of a bath?
No, but I can imagine that's exactly what it was like. Oh, there's an appeal. There's something happened. Dave's turned. No, I don't think anything's happened. But
not out.
Our esteemed colleague, the man who gave himself up, as you said, for the T20.
Very impressive.
It was quite funny, wasn't it? Because we sat in that dressing room and realised that we had too many players, and he did pipe up fairly early on, foolishly, and say, I don't mind stepping out, and there wasn't another word spoken.
I was going to say, the silence was deafening. That alone, he still's holding my position as Clubman of the Year for that alone, I think. I mean, a little concern for one of our resident spectators earlier. Just a short while ago, I walked around the side of the pitch with one of our resident supporters on the side there with his stick, who'd just been to the churchyard to get a bit of air, and he actually tumbled down the side.
The chooses plopped.
He went down quite heavily.
After the boundary line, there are strange...
Yeah, there are strange. It's very bowl-like, shall we say. Grass on that area hasn't been cut. It's got very long and it's got very slippery. And
it's about 7 on the trip hazard meter.
Yep. 1 minute he was there, the next minute he was down with his stick. And he cuts a rather lonely figure down there today, and that's because, as you probably are all aware, the football season's back on, and his resident colleagues is at the town.
No special guest this week, do we?
No, we don't.
I mean, our special guest didn't arrive, mainly because we didn't invite one.
No, that was true.
So we have no guest to point out certain, matters on cricket matters. That's the word I was looking for, and I didn't want to use it in case it wasn't the right word to use. We are rambling a bit, aren't we, Dave?
Well, there's nothing else to say, is there? We can't see the score, but I'm not hearing a lot of shot or anything like that.
We'd always do this after the game, wouldn't we? But unfortunately, somebody's been invited to a barbecue round the neighbours. Dave's on a very strict time.
I am. I'm on a time frame because not only have I got to go there, I've also got to go to the local co-op.
Yeah, Dave's in a rush, whereas normally we'd be down at 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yes, just as the sun is starting to think about going
we haven't even got a champagne moment really, other than the guy falling over. Probably is your champagne moment.
Yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, I don't like to see too much of that.
It was a bit flat champagne, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe more of a prosecco moment.
Yes.
Next week we'll have more to say.
I think so, because it's the big boys next week, and
of course.
We mustn't say that about the second 11, but it is the second 11 today, and next week is the big boys. They do a lot of whooping and a lot of
which we commented on last week.
Yeah, we did, because there wasn't a lot of how was that. There was a lot of way.
No, we're not lovers of whoopers and hollerers, are we? We like a proper how's that umpire.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Either deny or supply.
Yes, exactly. And that's it. We're done. But as always, Martin, can I thank you for your company today? Always a pleasure. No children or animals were hurt in the making of this video also, if I could add that in.
But cricketers might have been.
Yeah.
More
Interesting fly buzzing around the vehicle now.